Good foggy Wednesday to everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and we're starting this Wednesday out, the second day of the month of December 2015, with quite a bit of fog and drizzle around the region, and more rain is on the way for this afternoon. Lots of clouds around the region this morning, and most of those are the lower clouds with visibilities in the fog at about a mile or less in many of the locations. In fact, we have dense fog across portions of southeastern Pennsylvania around Philadelphia, 1.5 miles this morning. In the Newark vicinity, about a mile, less than a mile, a half a mile. All these are low clouds across the forecast region. The upper level clouds at about 20,000 feet as a cold front is to our west, and more showers are on the way for today. Satellite overview this morning, including the radar precipitation types over the region and the cloud deck. We have some light rain across portions of southwestern Pennsylvania into central New Jersey, just north of Trenton. Also some rain showers this morning off the coast, south and east of Long Island Sound, and a new wall of rain coming in ahead of the cold front to our west this afternoon. This will be more showery in nature. Temperatures this morning are generally running from the lower 40s across interior northwestern New Jersey, the Pocono region, also portions of the lower Hudson Valley, some upper 30s to lower 40s here. In the Newark, New York City metropolitan area are generally running in the upper 40s, and we remain in the low to the mid 50s right along central and coastal New Jersey down towards the I-95 corridor this morning. Here's a look at some of the rainfall totals from the last 24 hours across interior northern New Jersey, anywhere from about a quarter to a third of an inch of rain. Portions to our south and east where heavier rain fell, about less than a half of an inch, and even more rain across portions of the Virginias, and that rain will be heading up in our direction this afternoon. Watches, warnings, and advisories for the coastal waters. We have a gale watch in effect for the New Jersey coastal waters from Thursday morning through late Thursday night. A small craft advisory has been upgraded in this region to a gale warning or gale watch. Winds west at 15 to 25 knots, gust up to 35 knots, and seas averaging 3 to 5 feet. On the Long Island Sound and South Shores of Long Island, we have a small craft advisory from 6 a.m. Thursday to 1 a.m. on Friday, and that's for winds and seas out of the west at 15 to 20 knots, gust up to 30 knots. On the aviation weather deck today, we basically have a lot of IFR and limited IFR, and that's going to continue through the daytime hours. Low stratus, intermittent reductions in variability visibilities due to rain and mist and drizzle. Few sites may briefly jump to VFR before the rain bands move in this morning. And some of the River Valley sites, including Wilmington and North Philadelphia, could see temporary reductions less than a quarter of a mile through the next hour or two. However, expecting prevailing conditions through much of the day to be in the IFR category. Conditions will slowly improve from west to east, starting at around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight, generally improving behind the cold front. Winds through this evening should generally stay southerly or southwesterly. Through this evening, the cold front will bring an abrupt shift to the winds out of the west and northwest, and speeds will also likely increase. Gust about 20 knots possible at Wilmington and Millville and Atlantic City later this evening. Thursday, mainly VFR conditions expected. Northwest winds at 10 to 15, gust up to 25 knots. Friday through Sunday, basically VFR conditions. That's good flying weather. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 knots. Right now, outside of Newark, we are soupy with a visibility of 1 mile in fog. And we're 46 degrees, dew point 46, that's the humidity of 100%. IFR conditions in place right now. Light rain showers moving into the region later this morning into the afternoon. Right now for Philadelphia, we are at a quarter of a mile in visibility, light drizzle and fog, temperature 53, dew point 51, humidity 93%. And we are in IFR conditions right now. Rain, fog, and showers moving into the region this afternoon. We do have a couple of restrictions at the airports. In Newark, we're expecting a 31 to 45 minute length of taxiing down the runway there due to the fog and drizzle, low clouds. LaGuardia is also reporting weather conditions that will hamper some of your incoming and outgoing flights this morning, as well as Philadelphia. Check with your carriers. Forecast charts through Friday right now. Here's our deep low across Lake Michigan with a mix and some snow on the northwestern and southwestern sides here. It's an occluding system here as it fills in and moves into the St. Lawrence River Valley, drags a cold front to our region by this evening, and the rain showers will increase ahead of it. And by tonight, again, the low pressure area will be moving into northeastern Pennsylvania with a warm front, cold front moving through the region and a rough shift in the winds. By tomorrow morning, the low is now exiting to the north and east through southern New England. And on the backside of that, some snow showers downwind the lakes on the northwesterly flow, clearing skies will be evident across our region on Thursday. There will be some cloud cover as well, and most of the precipitation downwind the lakes will stay to our west as drying air and sinking air takes hold. The low will begin to deepen a little bit over the St. Lawrence River Valley and southeastern Canada. Meanwhile, the difference between this storm system and a high pressure system building in across the central portion of the nation, ridging all the way to the east coast, means a tight pressure gradient and windy conditions through Friday. And by Friday morning, things begin to relax a little bit and dry conditions are in place for the beginning of the weekend, and actually through most of the weekend as well into early next week. We'll get into that in just a moment. And meanwhile, a new storm system in the Pacific Northwest moving onshore over the next 24 hours is going to bring copious amounts of rain and snow in the mountains. Extended forecast charts, near normal temperatures and high pressure dry air in place over the weekend, and this extends all the way from Saturday into Sunday and early parts of Monday. New storm system developing somewhere off the southeastern coast. The model guidance is suggesting that this storm heads further out and east of the metropolitan area by early next week on Tuesday. And there's just a lot of indecision here as to how close the system will be, or if it will be a little bit further to the east, and the impacts on the eastern United States, especially the northern mid-Atlantic, would be minored out as new high pressure begins to build in. And that's where we get into near seasonable temperatures or above average temperatures from December 7th through the 11th, and precipitation will be below average for this time of the year. So we're still in a drought, and we'll get into that in a moment. The next 8 to 14 days, December 9th through the 15th, above normal temperatures continue in the eastern United States, and just slightly above normal in precipitation. And the current aerial precipitation departures from January 1st all the way through the 30th of November. The new data hasn't come in yet, should be updated today. We're still at 8, 9, 10, 11 inches of rainfall below normal. We're still in a moderate drought here across these portions, indicated by the yellows and the oranges here. Forecasted high temperatures around the city today at 56, Philadelphia at 58. That's above normal. Temperatures are supposed to be around 48, 49. By tomorrow, temperatures calm down a little bit. 51 in Philadelphia, about 52 in the city as the cold front comes through. And then degrees. Temperatures on Saturday continue to be about 50 degrees, which is around normal for the cities areas here, and 50 degrees or so, 55, warming up a little bit more on Sunday. By Monday afternoon, we've got temperatures again running anywhere from just above normal, about 52 degrees in both cities. And temperatures by Tuesday, if we can get to this now, temperatures by Tuesday again running generally 49 to 52 degrees. Where are we going in the pattern? The European model guidance, which is basically this is the ensemble model guidance, which is a blend of all the individual models put together in a cluster here. We find that low developing and moving off the coast with the below normal heights exiting the east coast, and more ridging setting in with above normal heights across the center of the nation, southeastern Canada. This takes us all the way into December 7th and December 8th, December 9th, and then a zonal flow begins to set up. A colder pattern begins to develop once again out west, more ridging here and warmer conditions of heights along the eastern slopes of the United States from the Central Plains all the way up through southeastern Canada. The GFS ensemble, which is going to be upgraded to its new position this morning as of 12Z. Let's see what new features it's going to offer. Extrapolated out from Saturday, December 12th through the next 10 days. Sees more heights across rising heights of warmer than normal temperature anomalies and heights across the eastern United States, colder in the west, and then a more zonal flow developing across the country as we head into the mid part of December. And if this holds true, well, it doesn't mean that any significant storm systems would be impacting our region with snowfall just yet. So keep the umbrella and the coat at handy at the ready for today, because you're going to still need it. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Everybody have a spectacular Wednesday. We'll see you bright and early on Thursday morning.